I think I know what I want to do to pass the time today. Having never left Yuri's side, I tug on her left sleeve to get her attention. Hey, would you like to read more of your book for the rest of the day? That seems to have brightened her mood.
I'd love to.
Nice. Okay then.
I have to use the restroom first. How about we make some tea for us before we read?
My eyelids slowly ascend upwards to her. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I'd like that.
Good. Go get the teapot and kettle all set up while I'm gone, okay?
I happily nod at her. Got it. She gives me a warm smile and turns around to leave the clubroom. A little bit of excitement flutters around inside me as I start heading towards where the teapot is. I guess it really is the little things. I'll make sure not to make the same mistake from last time today. Once I approach the closet, I stop in my tracks at the sight of Natsuki sitting in a chair close by, reading more of her manga. She still has that look on her face that says, "Don't bother me." Almost all the happiness in me has turned into nervousness. Come on, stop it. It won't be that bad. All I'm doing is getting the teapot. Just don't bother her at all. That being thought, I quietly approach the closet and start looking around for the teapot. Stop! Frozen in place by those words ringing through my ears, I slowly look over to see Natsuki eyeing me down like a hawk. Get out! She's making me feel really uneasy and even more nervous. But The closet's for girls only! Now get out! What? What is wrong with her? I'm just getting the teapot. That's all. She angrily gets up from her seat and stomps her way in front of me, blocking the closet. Well, too bad. You don't get to. Now beat it! The nervousness in me is starting to turn into fear. I just want tea time with my girlfriend. Ba-ba-ba. Spit it out or leave! We don't speak fluent brain fuck here! Jeez, Natsuki. Alright, that's it. What in the atomic fuck is wrong with you? I just need the teapot, and that's all. You trying to get your dumb little special needs hands in my closet is what's wrong!
This is mine and Dad's house, so if you don't like it here, you can move out.
Well, who died and made you superintendent? Unless you can show me it's your damn closet, just let me in and I'll leave you alone. Uh-oh, I better not start tearing up. I haven't felt this angry at someone ever since last week when... Yuri, I could really use your help right now. Natsuki angrily reaches into her bag, pulls out her phone, and taps on it a few times. Next, she points it at me in such a way where the camera is facing me. Look, everyone! It's the goofed-in-the-head kid who went crazy and called me a fucking idiot today! Who will let this stupid ass in our school anyways? I just now realized what she's doing. No, I didn't say that. Stop it! I can't take this anymore. No, I don't want to be here anymore. Why'd I get myself into this mess? As if by miracle, my world stops crumbling apart as the clubroom door opens up and Yuri enters the room. Finally! Before I give her the chance to figure out what's going on, I run over to her, embrace her tightly, and rest my head on her shoulder.
Ellie?
An almost paralyzing fear strikes me as I realize people in my school will see this. And she's gonna tell everyone. She's being really mean!
She what?
I flinch a tiny bit at her raised voice being rung through my ears. It's not very often she speaks like this. Yuri then lightly pushes me away and starts angrily walking over towards Natsuki. I'm a little scared of how the scene in front of me is going to unfold.
What's the reason for this?
Oh, sure. He gets his funbag's girlfriend to fight for him. Yuri then realizes the phone being pointed at her, and she swats it away with great force, as if she's backhanding God himself. It loudly hits the floor and gets sent over to the other side of the room.
The hell is wrong with you? Knock it off and leave him alone. He's done nothing to deserve this. He's been the biggest pain in my ass since he's joined. He deserves to get every square inch of his ass kicked. If he's such a massive pain in your ass, then what do you gain from going out of your way to antagonize him? Hopefully he'll leave us alone and get out of our hair. He's ruined everything in the club for me, and Sayori never should have brought him in. Ruined it by doing what exactly? Existing within 5 miles of you? Or are you just jealous that nobody hangs out with you anymore? Why would I want to hang out with him in the first place? I'd probably get fuckitis from being around him. If you mean fuckhead Titus, then you're clearly already a terminal case. As if! He probably got it from his parents instead of being miscarried. A short, uncomfortable silence plays out as if it feels like needles are being jabbed into every feeling of mine inside. Don't talk about his parents like that. Yuri doesn't sound like she's messing around anymore, which doesn't put me at ease at all. I'll say what I damn well please about them. If he doesn't like it, then why don't he go right home to his mama?
You did not fucking just...
I spent all weekend taking care of my love because of some fake letter saying they were dead. His poor little heart nearly broke in two over it. For fuck's sake, that was just a joke, okay?
The room falls silent as Natsuki covers her mouth, realizing what she just said. No. Does this mean that the letter from my parents' work was from... Looking over to Yuri shows... I don't think I like that look.
You fucking did what?
Her voice has a sinister tone that I've never heard before, as if venom is dripping out. It's a bit unsettling.
It was Wallace's idea, not mine.
You've got to be joking. He was behind all this? I've never seen Yuri this mad before. It's kinda scary. Yuri then reaches into her bag, pulls out the gold knife and flips it open. The familiar click of her blade being brought to life rings throughout the whole room. No, what is she doing? She's supposed to keep it clean for us. That's when she slowly starts walking, knife in hand, towards Natsuki, who's backing away in fear. The scene that's taking place in front of me is really starting to scare me. This is too much. I don't want to see this. Turning away from them completely, I quietly make my way out the club room before things get worse. Oh god.
3:20 p.m. Yuri, I didn't mean to make Hallie... With teeth clenched, vehemently fuming, I charge at her. My left fist grips her blazer collar, and the blade's edge of my pocket knife rests below her jawbone as I forcefully push her back into the closet door. Shut up! Just shut the fuck up! Don't you mention his name! You don't get to mention his name! Pulling her towards me and slamming her back into the door again brings the knife's edge closer to her neck. Her wincing in pain spikes my adrenaline. Yeah, you feel that? You're dead if you speak to him again! I hope that video you took is the last thing you watch before you take your final breath, you stupid brat! Seeing tears in her eyes fuels a primal instinct within me. This feels right. Hallie will be so proud of me once I'm through with her. I lift the blade from her throat. Forcefully pulling her towards me again, I pivot on my heel and spin us around. Mustering all of my might, I push her away as she stumbles and falls onto the floor. I pause to examine her face. She's probably crying now, like the pathetic child she is. Yes. Now stay down there, you little shit. Excitedly turning around to where Hallie was, shows. Where did he go? He's not here. Where did my love go? I have to find him. I can't let him be away from me again. Quickly retracting my knife's blade and tossing it in my bag, I grab my belongings and rush out of the clubroom door. It's too quiet in here. I don't like this. Looking around shows nobody in sight. Even Monica and Sayori aren't back yet. No, they're not important. Where'd he go? There's a few places I could go and check. No, not here. It's time for me to be his bodyguard now. Slowly walking in and inspecting the area shows nobody in here. I never thought I'd be here in my life, but that's not important. Keep moving. Once I've made my way down the stairs, I can hear the faint sounds of two other people throughout the quiet hallway. Oh no, that sounds like... Quickly rushing over to where Hallie's locker is, the sight in front of me shocks me in place. Gasp. No, why is he doing this? It was Wallace's idea, not mine. I am once again overcome with anger. No, that's it. I've had it up to here with people mistreating him. It's about time I do something with this waste of human flesh, once and for all. Reaching into my bag, I shuffle around the knife from earlier, the letter I found in Hallie's room, and eventually I bring out a book I've kept in my bag for a while. Yes, this'll do. Looking around the hallway a little bit shows somebody left their locker wide open, just a few lockers away from Hallie's. That's it. Gripping the book firmly with both hands, I ready myself for what's about to go down. Look out, you dumb bitch. Tits have arrived. Charging forwards towards the both of them at full speed, I take the book and slam it right into his temple, knocking him away from Hallie and towards the open locker. More! Turning on my heel towards Wallace, I violently march over to grab him from the back of his head. Bringing him up from the ground, I make sure his face scrapes along the locker walls and hits every handle along the way as I drag him towards the open one. Once he's held up against the open locker, he resists me and lunges forward.
No, stop!
What happens next leaves me in utter shock. He places a hand on each of my breasts, squeezing them as hard as he can. My bag drops to the floor as he pushes me back to the lockers behind me. The sensations from when I made love to Hallie surge through me, but are now poisoned by this monster's actions. My body's natural impulse towards lust is quickly replaced by waves of anger. No, this doesn't feel good. He's gonna pay for ruining this feeling. No! As he's stunned by my voice, I bring my whole leg upwards and kick him with enough force to do permanent damage. Scum like that should never be allowed to reproduce. His screams are music to my ears. While he can't fight back, I grab both his blazer collar and neck lunge forward and forcefully place his entire body inside the open locker. He tries to escape by pushing forward, but I ball up a fist in response and land a punch square on his forehead. It's almost there. My adrenaline peaks and I regain my stance, triumphantly stuffing his dangling limbs inside, then slamming the door shut. The metallic bang rings throughout the entire hallway as I bask in the pride of my accomplishment, gazing upon what I have done.
Good grief. 3:40 p.m.? What the hell? This feels like a nightmare. Why is she? Terror washes over me, raising the hairs on the back of my neck. I didn't want to see any of that. I couldn't look away or leave. It felt like my legs collapsed underneath me as I watched everything unfold.
I did it. I finally did it, love. He's not a problem to us anymore.
Nah. The tension in me seems to skyrocket as she hastily grabs her bag and walks over towards me. Soft bangs can be heard from inside the locker that Wallace is in. It feels like ice runs through my veins as she grabs my arm, lifts me from the ground, and keeps her arm around mine.
Come on, Hallie. There's no need for us to be here right now. Let's go back to my place. Nobody will be mean to you there. I'll keep you safe from everyone.
Her eyes. What's wrong with them? I don't like this at all. I'm too stunned to utter any words as she starts dragging me through the hallway and out of the school. The weather outside is probably the only nice thing there is right about now. My feelings are scattered all over the place as Yuri's still dragging me to her place, her pace never letting up. I don't know why I'm reluctantly following her.
Finally, Hallie. I can't believe it. This is all I really wanted.
Her eyes haven't changed at all.
I've always wanted that special someone in my life to look after, to protect with everything I've got inside me. And now I can actually do something about that.
Her voice. It almost feeling like nails on a chalkboard.
You know what? Let's quit the club. We don't need to be around those immature brats anymore.
No.
Even better. Let's never go to school again. None of us will have to deal with all the horrible people in there, and I'll make sure you're never lonely. Let's live in each other's houses until the end of time. Cook for each other. Share our bodies again and again. Whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears all the time. Doesn't that sound perfect?
No! Her grip on my arm constricts any movements of mine, the same hands used to severely injure someone in our school. It feels...
I have to tell you, Hallie. There's no other love like yours, and I feel like the luckiest girl alive. I'll give you all the joy my heart and soul can give. Please, let me hold you all the time. I need to have you near me in my arms. I just want to nurse you and nurture you for myself like a grown-up should.
She stops just outside of her front door and looks over to face me. She looks like she could start foaming from the mouth any minute, and her eyes pierce right into my soul.
Doesn't our forever sound lovely?
No! I use everything in me to break away from her arm, much to her dismay, and distance myself from her. This causes her to almost fall down. I don't want to.
Hallie?
I want to go home. I turn around and start walking away from her. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to see anyone right now. Yuri, you used to be so kind and caring and beautiful inside. Why are you being so scary today? This isn't the girl I kn...
Hallie, come here.
No, she's not going to tell me what to do. Nobody tells me how to live my life. Turning around and loudly marching over to her, I don't quite realize how much my teeth hurt from gritting them. The veins on my forehead feel like they're bulging out due to my eyebrows being slanted. No! Angrily taking my hands and forcefully placing them on her shoulders, I push with all of my might until her back hits the concrete with great force.
Ow!
Stay down there! I quickly begin running to my house. Whew, boy.
I finally found my storybook hero.
No. I was just about to... No! Don't! Quickly removing my hands and backing away from her, we can't help but stare at each other, disappointed in myself at what I was just about to do. Okay, so that didn't actually happen. She looks terrified at me, as if I was a ghost. I can't. I quickly bring my arm up to cover my eyes, turn away from her, and begin running to my house.
4:15 p.m. Oh, my darling. Once he escapes my vision, I bring my head down, tears threatening my eyes, and enter my house. I don't even bother closing my front door as I walk in my house. It's so quiet in here. I don't like this. Dishes from the other day litter my kitchen, while both my living and dining room are a mess. My love, I was just trying to do the right thing. Tears form in my eyes as I make my way up the stairs, up to my bedroom. My knees feel weak as I approach my room. Once I'm in, I lose control of myself and come crashing down to my floor, laying belly down, my eyes buried in my left arm. Everything in my bag spills to the ground upon impact. I can't help but let everything out, my fist constantly hitting my bedroom floor. I'm sorry, my love. I'm so sorry. Never in a million years would I mean to hurt you, ever. I can't believe I let myself be like this around him. He probably hates me. He doesn't want to be with me anymore. I'm such a bad person. Why would he love a freak like me? What if my hero finds another princess to love? That thought alone pierces all my emotions with needles at the thought of him being mad at me for the rest of eternity. I don't deserve someone as precious as him. I don't deserve anyone as special as him in my life. I'm probably going to die alone, like I always thought I would. What's the point of this life if I can't share it with someone else? What's the point of anything anymore? I feel like I can't do anything without him. There's no one else out there who will accept me the way he did, except for... Begrudgingly picking myself up from the floor, I wipe my tears with my left sleeve and walk over to my bed. Both Ellie and Ramby are laying down comfortably on with there. They probably have been for the past few days. I grab the two of them, hold them in both my hands, and stare at them for a while. The innocence I see in them reminds me of his gentle nature, and it hurts that much more knowing I've ruined everything. I don't know what to do anymore. Their lifeless response doesn't make me feel any better. I bring the two of them close to hug them and soak up my tears. Why must you be the only friends I have left? You can't even talk to me. The thoughts in my head become a typhoon as I weep into my animal friends' faces. I can't do anything right. I don't deserve any real friends. Not if I hurt all of them anyways. I'm nobody's hero. I never will be. But we've both been able to save each other from what we got ourselves into, haven't we? Oh, my hero, my beloved. What if I... As I bring my animal friends away from me and place them back on my bed, I head over to my desk, grab a tissue, and blow my nose after crying so much. Next, I pull out a piece of paper and a pen. This has always helped me back when I was feeling this way. I need to let him know how I feel. As I begin writing, a strain on my wrist makes itself known as it feels like forever since I last wrote down anything. Even after all that writing, it doesn't feel as good as I thought it would. What if he never gets to read this? What if he doesn't want to? I don't blame him. Why would he care about what a nobody like me has to say? Both my wrists are starting to cramp up a little bit because of how long it's been since I last wrote anything. Laying my head down on my desk, I let out a big sigh and think about how meaningless everything seems to be right now. A slight burning feeling makes itself known on my upper arm in tandem with my wrists bugging me. Bringing myself up from the desk to pull up both sleeves of my uniform shows bandages that Hallie put on me a few days ago. Instinctively, I tear all of them off to reveal all the red marks on my arm. The big cut on my upper arm, which is itching me right now, has scabbed over yellow. The skin that's circled around there has turned into a very dark shade of pink, which makes me feel uneasy. Bringing my fingernails around that area to relieve myself from the itching doesn't feel any better. A little bit of blood is coming out from the affected area as the yellow skin gets picked away. The sight in front of me, the white area inside my arm, it's still itching.
Do it. Just one more time.
But
it'll take away these feelings.
No, but...
It has in the past, hasn't it?
No. I told him I'd keep it clean for him, for us.
But it's been so long. No one's here to stop you this time. That promise means nothing in the long run. Do it!
Looking over to my knife display on my wall shows that dust has been collecting where my lives used to lay. The gold one I still have. No, I really don't want to do this. I think I'd better put it away for now. I don't want to disappoint Hallie any more than I've already done. Searching around my bedroom floor shows everything from inside my bag scattered across the floor. Various books, our chopstick sets, bandages, homework folders, birth control pills, my gold knife. Wait! I can't help but do a double take at the entirety of my bedroom floor. The letter from his place is gone. I frantically bring myself onto my knees and dump my bag out until it's completely empty. My bag is what that says, but it should be my bag. Desperately taking everything that belonged in my bag and hastily stuffing it back in, I've just about cleaned up my floor with no letter from his place to be found. Fear strikes me instead of sadness at the possibilities because of this. No, our son at school has found it and bullies him at home. Why was I so clumsy at school earlier today? Why can't I do anything right? A crazy thought runs through my mind that just might work. I should go check on him. Who knows if he's all right or not?
No, don't. Leave him alone.
No, he might not be safe, and I need to tell him I'm sorry.
He hates your guts right now.
You don't know that. No one does.
He won't listen to you with how he is right now. Get a grip for fuck's sake. You never possessify your fucks. They need an apostrophe.
No! Get a grip. This is something I must do. Opting not to bother with my bag, I stuff my poem for him in my bra, quickly leave my bedroom, and start running down the stairs. He might be in danger. I have to do something. Maybe this is how I can make it up to him. Hastily making my way through my house and out the door, I slam my front door behind me and start running toward Hallie's house. As my blood pressure skyrockets, the crisp night air does little to cool me down. I have to make sure he's okay. I will never be able to forgive myself if I don't let him know how sorry I am. The sound of my feet on the pavement echoes through the silent streets as I maintain my pace and meter my breathing. I can't waste any time getting to his place.
And that's where we're going to call this episode. So, well, I guess for you it'll only be a day. But for me, we're going to pick this up next time. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you with more Our Castle Walls. Till then...